We got you, Tony.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order. It's at 6:08 p.m.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute everybody. That's not what I wanted to do. Are you seeing a flag?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Tony, you're good to go, Tony.
Okay. Everybody please rise and say the pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Is that all right? Okay.
Do a brief invocation. God, we ask that you watch over us, guide us, keep us safe, help us in our work and in our lives, and make sure that we continue to serve to the best of our ability. Amen.
Amen.
Mike, you can take the roll call.
Yeah. Councilman Blevins.
Here.
Councilman Schlack.
Gary, you're on mute.
Present.
Councilman Valerius.
Present.
Councilman Syke.
Oh, present.
Councilman Lloyd.
Here.
Pro Tem Lally.
Here.
Treasurer Armstrong.
Present.
And Mayor McLeod.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you.
No one's
Mike?
going to, okay. I'm just going to.
Right. Can I have a motion
Motion.
or any corrections of approval of the agenda? Motion by
Gary to approve the.
motion by Councilman
Oh,
Schlack.
Wait, are we
Second
working?
by-
Through the chair.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a thing about removing resolution number 1 from the agenda.
Okay, can I have a motion to remove resolution 1 from the agenda?
Tony Lally, make a motion.
Second,
Valerius, second.
second by Valerius. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Mike, do we do another motion to approve the agenda as amended?
We could just do it with a motion to approve the agenda by Lally, and that was supported by Valerius,
Okay,
with removing resolution 1.
okay. All in favor, say aye. Or-
Aye.
Aye.
Roll call.
Oh,
Roll
roll
We have to do
call.
roll call.
I was just going to say, okay, shall I have a motion by Councilman Lally, supported by Councilman Valerius, to approve the agenda with removing resolution 1, Councilman Blevins,
Yes.
Councilman Lally,
Yes.
Councilman Lloyd,
Yes.
Mayor McLeod,
Yes,
Councilman Schlack,
Yes.
Councilman Syke,
Yes.
Councilman Valerius.
Yes.
The yeses have it.
thank you. I guess I get used to the do-all meetings where we just do a voice without the roll call, but, and I have a motion to approve the minutes for the regular meeting of July 28th.
Motion, Valerius.
Motion by Valerius,
Support.
second by Councilman Schlack. Are there any corrections? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Roll call.
Roll call.
We're out of practice. All right.
I know.
Don't take a second.
Okay,
How
can
much
everybody hear me?
is this?
Okay, I got a motion by Valerius, supported by Schlack, to approve the minutes as presented. Councilman Lally,
Yes.
Councilman Lloyd,
Yes.
Mayor McLeod,
yes,
Councilman Schlack,
Yes.
Councilman Syke,
Yes.
Councilman Valerius,
Yes.
and Councilman Blevins.
Yes.
Okay, the yeses have it. Next item, Mayor.
next item is organizational business. We'll get the report from Mark.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just a few quick updates here on what's going on here in the city real quick. And since everybody didn't have to travel, I can go extra long tonight as well. So I've got like 5 more pages after these couple here. So it saves on the travel time. When I know I'll be done when the crack of the pops start happening though. So as some of you may already know, Allen Road is now closed at the Ecorse Creek. That's there by Thunderbolt. They started that yesterday. That's going to go until approximately October 19th. They were a week behind, so I pushed that approximate date back another week and a half, another week to the 19th. Hopefully they're done sooner and they'll get that back open, but I'm not too sure how they've been doing on their other projects in the Wayne County or in the Downriver area. But if I do hear that they're opening early, we'll let you know right away. That's be a great benefit to the residents. We've gotten a number of complaints already from the residents in there that the people are using the local roads as the detour. So I know Tom's already made phone calls to Wayne County and to see if they could put some road closed. If you look from Southfield going north on Allen, it says road construction. It doesn't say road closed until you're almost right on the project. So if we can work with them to get that, maybe that'll deter a few people from going that way. And the same as they're coming south from Outer Drive and now having to go through Demeen and through the neighborhoods again. I do think some of them have found that College is a dead end as they turned onto College Street, and they found quickly that it was a dead end. So there was maybe a little bit of a penalty for trying to go through the neighborhood in the first place. So as you know, that project is they're replacing that bridge. That Wayne County is replacing that bridge, and they'll also be doing the sanitary sewer line from 4,000 Allen Road to connecting just there by Thunderbolt. Dan's Excavating is going to be doing that project for us as well. So they should be starting on that very soon, and then the bridge probably shortly thereafter. For the street improvement millage, the contractor has started the restoration for Park Avenue. Robinson Avenue, all the street concrete between Champaign and Devonshire has been poured, as well as all the driveway approaches. The contractor, that is GV Cement, is working on to pour the west side of the street between Devonshire and Berkshire. That was supposed to happen yesterday and today. I apologize, I did not get a chance to go by there and look to see if that did happen, but that was a report I got from Steve and Tom, so I'm going to assume there was a safe word on that. The water main project replacement, and I have this under the street improvement millage because Mayor Street is going to get some road improvement or street improvements as well. They're working to connect all the residential services now, so they're making some progress on that. They have had a few lead services over there, but they did not have nearly as many as they thought, which is a good sign. That was one of the older streets. I know talking to Tom and to Bill Miner and their staff in Ohio, Quebec, their concern was that it might be a little bit more over there because it is a little bit of an older area for the city in the water main area, but that has not been the case. So it'd be nice to be able to get that line all up and running again, and hopefully that'll take out a little bit less water main breaks in the winter times for Tom. Unfortunately, another street will find its way to fill those voids, but we're knocking the big ones off and it's as we go along. So progress is being made. Street section is being done by Savone Cement. Mario has been doing an excellent job out there. In fact, the intersection of Wick Road and Reek is now reopened again. So if you head that way, you'll see some nice new concrete in there. We also went down Reek to the south about another 150 feet or so. Tom was having a hard time finding a stopping point to get some good connecting asphalt concrete, and unfortunately it was about another 150 feet. So we're on our way to maybe taking care of Reek Road next, I guess. So, but little by little, we're chipping away at those bad sections there. Wick Road, the crossover intersections at Carter Avenue, Quant Avenue, and Niver will be finished later this week and should open to traffic early next week. Niver was one that Tom snuck in on me. I thought Niver was going to be in the next batch. When he looked at it, he said he was able to get that one through because it did not interfere with the crossovers. There was still enough. The people had to do maybe one more block, so not too bad of an inconvenience. And now they'll be back open next week, so that inconvenience is over now. The new inconvenience, though, is going to be at Manor and Becker. And I posted yesterday to the Facebook. I think the Manor closes tomorrow morning. And I would anticipate for about 3 weeks is what we're going to be looking at for the Manor and Wick intersection to be closed. Winona and Norwood, Savona is still working on those sections of Winona north of E-Course Road, just past the alley, and then they'll be starting on Norwood here shortly, and that's going to be south of E-Course. It's near the church on the south side, I guess it is. We're going to get an update from the DPS project here from Joe Vig here shortly, but just a real quick, GV continues to remove dirt from the detention pond, and they're preparing the building pad with the clay. I think Brett had a bunch of pictures there that they might be able to share with us a little bit later, and they're also installing the storm sewers. They've also started working on the outer driveway approach as well. One of the things I was talking to Bob earlier today, and he informed me that some of that's going to be an asphalt overlay. It's a little frustrating, but I guess that's a requirement of Wayne County. Maybe Pam can jump in and later on and confirm that. But we have to pour within 2 inches, and then they'll do an asphalt overlay on top of it towards the outer drive area. And I think that's maybe when they go to mill the road, that makes it easier for them to do a mill and fill later on. I'm not too sure, but I'll find that answer out. The installation of the new water meters is set to begin August 25th. We'll have information about that going on the website and the Facebook page here shortly. And hopefully we'll be able to make those changes. The contractor will be taking every precaution possible to make a safe entry into the residents' homes. And so we'll see how that goes. We'll update you with any issues we have as we go through that process as well. The library Sandy reported to us last week. They're getting a lot of interest from the other library network libraries about their 2-team system for curbside delivery. And it sounds like it's really working well, but they have a couple teams. And so one team will take care of, I think, a couple days. The next team takes care of the next days. And they don't have an issue if anybody does get sick. They have a team it's limited in the aspect. But it seems like the curbside delivery has really been taken off with the residents. They had looked at doing some other possibility of opening, but I think Sandy is hesitant to do that, and I don't blame her, as none of the other local libraries are looking to do that just yet. And she doesn't want to have it be inundated with outside patrons and knocking out our Allen Park residents first. So we'll wait a little bit longer. I think Taylor is one that she mentions possibly being down the road as a future one, and maybe even Southgate. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, the curbside delivery is doing a really good job for them. And finally, we have 2 milestones being reached here. The one today is Joe Hughes from the fire department. He reaches his 25th anniversary today. And next Tuesday, Cheryl McDonnell from the water department will reach 15 years with service with the city. So we thank both of them for their dedication and longevity with the city of Allen Park. And we look forward to many more years. With Cheryl, I think Captain Hughes is probably closer to retirement, and will probably be sneaking out of here within the next year or so. But we do appreciate his time and service that he's provided so far. That is everything I have.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments on the report?
I'll just say that my running route goes down Robinson, which is where the seat I grew up on. Doing a great job. Looks great. I'll just say that.
I think Savona is doing him almost every day. He does a good job over there.
Yeah, we lost Tony there for a minute, but I would echo the same comments there. Mario does excellent work. He's a Allen Park guy, and the time and effort that he puts to the quality of work that he's presenting is top notch.
Very good.
Yeah, you're good. Always hear good things about that. All right, can I have a motion to accept and file the?
I'll make the motion to accept the at city administrator's operational.
Support
Second, please.
Blevins.
Support Blevins. All in favor? Roll call.
I have a,
Roll call.
yes, I have a motion by Lally, supported by Blevins. Should we approve the other business and admin report? Councilman Lloyd,
Yes.
Mayor McLeod,
Yes.
Councilman Schlack,
Yes.
Councilman Syke,
He's frozen, I think.
Raise your hand.
Did you
Pam.
hear me?
No, we didn't.
okay, gotcha. Councilman Blevins
Yes.
and Pro Tem Lally.
Yes.
The yeses have it, the motion is adopted.
Okay, and now we have the public comment section. If there's anyone of our public that's out there who would like to comment, please let Mr. Kibbe know.
I've got Sue here. Hold on one second. Let me allow it to talk. Okay, Sue. Sue, can you unmute yourself?
I can. Can you hear me?
We got you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I would just like to thank Mayor Gail McLeod for the wonderful, warm testimonial she gave to my editor, Scott Bewick. It's something that I will always treasure in my heart and remember in my head, and I'm sure it will influence my enthusiasm to covering the fine city of Allen Park, which I feel is a second home. And I know that in her heart, she meant so well in giving me such a glowing review to my editor. And Gail, I just want to thank you again for that heartfelt praise she passed on to my editor. It was definitely something that I will remember forever. Thank you, I'm done.
Any other public out there? Any of our residents? If not, I will close public comments. Come to the consent agenda with purchasing actions of claims and accounts, payroll report, excuse me, finance of July 2020, finance overview, budget to actual report, balance sheet, and cash flow. May I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
Motion Blevins.
I'm sorry, give the name, you're not coming
Motion.
through.
Motion Blevins.
Motion by,
Oh,
thank you. Second,
Lloyd. Second, Lloyd.
second by Lloyd. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mike, you're muted.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I got Charles and Dan on my screen here.
Yes,
I have a motion by Blevins, supported by Lloyd, to adopt the consent agenda as presented to the mayor and council. Mayor McLeod,
yes,
Councilman Schlack,
Yes.
Councilman Syke,
Yes.
Councilman Valerius,
Yes.
Councilman Blevins,
Yes.
Pro Tem Lally,
Yes.
and Councilman Lloyd.
Yes.
The yeses have it. Next item, Mayor, which is resolution 2.
now we come to resolutions. Resolution 2 is to approve the bid tabulations for the new DPS building and authorize JS Vig to proceed with the lowest bidders. May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion, Miss Mayor.
Motion by Lally,
Second Lloyd. Second by Lloyd.
second by Lloyd. Are there any questions or discussion? We seem to have lost everyone's pictures.
I think it's just on your end, Mayor.
Can we do a meeting in Champaign Park once? Oh, I
As
thought it
long
was
as it's
you.
not 90 degrees.
It's like we've never done this before.
Well,
It's
just
got
a little
electric
rusty.
Couple times.
Just a little rusty.
What's going on?
We've got some technical difficulties. Pretend it's your television.
Hmm.
Are there any questions on resolution 2? No questions, and I guess we'll have a roll call vote.
I have a motion by Lally. Who supported it?
Was by Lloyd.
Lloyd, okay, thank you. All right, I have a motion by Lally, supported by Lloyd for the bid tabulations. Councilman Schlack,
Yes.
Councilman Syke,
Yes.
Councilman Valerius,
Yes,
Councilman Blevins,
Yes.
Pro Tem Lally,
Yes,
Councilman Lloyd,
Yes.
and Madam Mayor McLeod.
Yes.
The yeses have it. Next item on the agenda is R3.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Resolution 3, the resolution to award the bid for the rebuild of the Lawrence Lift Station to the lowest qualified bidder, Lawrence M. Clark Incorporated, in the amount of $337,628, with funds to come from the Water and Sewer Department Basin account. May I have a motion?
Motion by Lloyd.
Motion by Lloyd,
second,
Second.
Valerius.
second by Syke. I saw the hand go up. Are there any questions or discussion? Hearing none, we'll do a roll call.
All right, I have a motion by Lloyd, supported by Syke, to adopt the resolution regarding the Lawrence Lift Station. Councilman Syke,
Yes.
Councilman Valerius,
Yes,
Councilman Blevins,
Yes.
Pro Tem Lally,
yes,
Councilman Lloyd,
Yes.
Mayor McLeod,
Yes.
and Councilman Schlack.
Yes.
The yeses have it.
Okay, resolution 4. The resolution to approve the fire department to accept the AFG grant EMW 2019 AFG 02869 to replace the following items: 7,500 feet of aging fire hose, 2 gas-powered rescue saws, and 4 gated intake valves, 2 on the ladder truck and 2 on one of the pumpers. May I have a motion?
Motion Blevins.
second, Valerius.
Motion Valerius. Second Blevins.
second by Tony Lally.
I think I got
got a
Charles
second.
already. I
Oh,
saw the hands
okay.
go up. Thank you.
Oh.
We're good.
We have
Are
a
there any
third.
What do you got, Mayor?
questions? I'm sorry.
Validate.
I'm sorry. It was Valerius and Blevins.
Thank you, Mayor.
Are there any comments or questions?
My one comment is that I'm incredibly grateful for Chief LaFawn for reaching out and getting this grant.
Absolutely. He is,
Yeah.
he's got a second profession after he retires as a policeman. He can write grants.
Hey, that's fireman, not policeman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
I'm sure
not good.
Chief
I'm
LaFond
sorry, I'm
appreciates the thinking as
sorry.
well.
Those are fighting words over here in the fire
And
station.
I'm looking right, what's the insignia on here? Forgive me.
That's okay, you're forgiven.
Thank you, Doug. Okay, then if there's no questions, we never turn down grant money. And again, thank you, Chief LaFond. You do and continue to do superb work in this arena. So thank you. Roll call.
All right, motion by Valeris, supported by Blevins. Shall we accept the AFG grant? Councilman Valerius,
Yes.
Councilman Blevins,
Yes.
Pro Tem Ali,
Yes.
Councilman Lloyd,
Yes.
Mayor McLeod,
Yes.
Councilman Schleck,
Yes.
and Councilwoman Syke.
Raise your hand, Pam.
The yeses have it.
Thank you,
All
everyone.
right. Thank you. We move on to council comments, and this evening, I was trying to
Yes.
decide how to do this since Matthew had to go first last week.
Give it to Pam.
But I'm gonna have, you're right. So Pam has to go first this week, so they flipped. So Pam, you start out this week.
She is frozen right now.
It may have to be Matthew then.
Well, I was first this week.
Matthew, you go first, and then if she gets unfrozen, we'll get Pam in.
Okay. Just once again, I know we're back at this Zoom meetings. It is what it is. Privilege once again just to be with all of you, even in this type of format. Dan, based on the announcement from yesterday, more power to you. Woodhaven, I know, is supposed to make an announcement on Friday. They have a meeting, school board meeting going on right now, but a formal announcement is going to be made on Friday. This is affecting, so many people, so many families, so many parents, so many teachers, so many students. There is no good one size fits all solution, and I know people are so passionate in regards to how they feel about it, and it could get pretty vicious in regards to how they portray one side over the other. I just ask to be respectful, in regards to each individual family, parent, student situation. Like I said, there is no easy situation. There is no easy solution. These are times that, no one's faced before, I think every teacher wants to be back in a classroom setting with their kids face to face, but also if that could be done safely for everyone, teachers, students, and then plus the people that they go home to and that we go home to, at the end of the day. So, in saying that, here we are, coming up on mid-August already, thinking of the summer's winding down for educators and students alike. I just ask everyone to be mindful, to everyone's individual situation, once again, with families and students and teachers, and realize that this is something that we've never faced before. The possibility, it was thrown at us in March, now it's something that we have to plan for to start this year off, so, in saying that, I just, like to thank everyone once again. Mark, thank you for all the information. I know we are inundated with a ton of paperwork, that large document, the bid document and everything else, going through it and looking at the numbers, it could be kind of shocking. But then again, looking at the project itself, I drove by it 3 times today because now I have to take a circuitous route just to get to my credit union because I live off Allen and I can't just go down Thunderbolt lanes anymore. So I have to go all the way down Southfield, Outer Drive, loop around, whatever. But it's nice to see all the progress. I'm also cutting some grasses, resident grasses, and one of them was on Meyer, and I couldn't get to the residents' home today because there was so much work going on in Meyer with that project with the streets and with the water main and everything else. So it's definitely good to see all the progress. It's good to see all the work. It just seems like every day I drive by the DPS building site, there's a beehive of activity, and things are starting to look different. And I think it's weird because I think I even seen some postings of people saying like some of them don't even have an idea like what's going in there. I think it was funny. I read somewhere about the dog. Someone made a posting about the dog and saying where'd the dog go, and then someone said, well, they threw it in this field that's there's big piles of dirt around it and everything else. Anyone know what's going in there? And it's like I think as that project continues to the pace it's going, I think is people like to see that progress, and as long as it's working and things are coming about, and it's nice to know that, the actual structure is ordered, and, to think that, the same time, next month, there's going to be the start of a structure actually being put up there is kind of something to really look forward to. So, in saying that, I just have a short little prayer I want to read. I didn't write this, so I can't take credit for it. But just in light of everything going on, it's just a prayer I'd like to read, and then I'll end. So it says, God of healing mercy, and Jesus, your Son, you stretch out your hand in compassion, restoring the sinner, healing the sick, and lifting up those bowed down. Embrace us now in your loving care, particularly to those afflicted with cancer, for whom this intention is offered. May the Spirit of Jesus bring us all health in soul and body, that with joy and thanksgiving we may praise you for your goodness. Amen. And with that, I yield, and have a good night.
And now it's Pam's turn.
Well, hopefully you can hear me.
Yes.
So I would like to talk about, I guess, Rusty the dog. He did win an art prize, from my understanding. So I hope it is the first of many more public art installations that we have around our city, because I believe very strongly in having public art, because it enriches all of our lives. And of course, growing great guns on our building. I'm so happy to see that. It may at times look like it's not moving at all, and then there's other times when it's going like really, really hard and heavy. So at the end it'll all get done, and I have faith in what we're doing. And I would like to thank personally all my friends and family of late, and I hope you know that you're all very much appreciated. And with that, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Gary.
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to start off by saying I want to congratulate the winners of August primary that was last week. I know elections are never easy, and I want to wish them the very best of luck going into November. And I also want to piggyback what Councilman Valaris said about school, and I want to commend the hard work that our local school boards have been doing in preparation for the upcoming school year, in whatever shape and form that would be, and definitely with the faculty and the students at the core of their safety. And finally, as our city's representative to SEMCOG, or Southeastern Michigan Council of Governments, I want to inform you that if you didn't know that this week is actually SEMCOG's One Water Initiative in Great Lakes and Freshwater. It's a week that's normally spent doing earth cleanups or making sure our waterways are cleaned up, and they actually sent me some materials that I'll be happy to drop off at City Council. Some things on flushable wipes here.
That aren't.
Drinking water and storm water. The flushable wipes definitely struck home, because I know when we first had our son, my wife certainly flushed a certain number of those out. But also, I also will have a limited amount quality of fat trapper bags that are cool. Even though I know when you cook bacon or whatnot, it might be tasty to save all that grease, but it's not good for our waterways. And these little bags are neat. They're little tiny bags, and you can save them. it up. And even I have some of these water bags they sent me that you can attach to a rucksack or what have you if you're going on a hike, and eco-friendly that way. So I'll have some of these. I'm hoping if there won't be freshwater week, I will host some sort of event in the park sometime in the future. So some residents can pick this up, and I'll hope to drop some of these off at the city hall so residents can come pick them up. So it's really neat. This one's 27 ounces water bag, so you can certainly carry your good water supply there. So with that, I want to say is definitely it's important to be eco-friendly, and I want to say stay safe, wear your mask. We are still in this pandemic, and remember that efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. So I want to, with that, say thank you to fellow council and citizens, and see you in 2 weeks.
No, we'll see you next week.
Well, yeah.
Charles.
See you next week for sure.
First off, I just want to say thank you to all the volunteers that worked the election, doing the polls, making sure everyone can vote, the city clerk's office, and wonderful job. I went first thing in the morning, and the way they handle it, I'm at the community center, and they had it at the ice rink, the way they handle it, sanitize and everything, wonderful job to all of them. Also, good job to all the students. Speaking of art, they did post some at the Dollar Show movie poster thing. So there's some art over there if you haven't looked downtown. And then lastly, I hope everyone just keeps on supporting the small businesses. So we're still going through these tough times, and please make sure you keep wearing a mask when you're out in public and all that stuff, so that we can also get back to at council chambers and not doing these Zooms. But I just want to say thank you, God bless, and stay positive. I yield.
Thank you. Tony.
Yes, ma'am. I think everything has been said very well. And first of all, I like this Zoom is okay, but I like it better when everybody's in one place and talk. You know, that's what I like to do. But other than that, I mean, you know, everything has been said. I want to thank the police department and the fire department for doing an excellent job in Allen Park. Not only that, but our city administrator and his gang are doing an excellent job, and keep up the good work, guys. You're doing a good job. I'll let you know when you're not doing so good, but I'll tell you, you're doing a hell of a job right now. Okay. And I really appreciate that sign that was put in on Niver and Leslie, 4-way sign. Well, it really stopped the traffic quite a bit, because those guys down there, they go really fast. And now they kind of stops it, which is really good. Another place that needs a sign, probably on Seacott and Roger. That's another place that's really bad too, but that's something I have to talk to the police department about, and hopefully we'll take care of that problem. Yes, and I understand. I like what Charlie says, is let's keep Allen Park business alive. Let's keep Allen Park strong. Let's keep on doing what we're doing. There was a thing a couple days ago. Me and the wife went for on the park in Dearborn, and in a way I was watching. I had the phone. I was looking at Facebook. There's this little girl, 4 years old, selling lemonade and ice water for fundraising for the children in Beirut, where the accident, you know, the big accident was, for all the kids there. And that kind of touched my heart. So me and the wife, you know, she hopped along back to the car with her cast on, and we went by that street, and I went there and bought a lemonade. I gave him a couple dollars, you know, and that really made my heart feel real good. That's what some of the kids do nowadays. It's beautiful. That's 4 years old young lady. I mean, baby. Very nice. That touched my heart. There was a lot of people that stopped by. Dingle stopped by there, all kinds of, politics, but they were there to give them the money and support the cause. That was very nice. I really appreciate that. And other than that, everything is doing well. I like the way the DPS department is, the new one coming up. It looks good. I go there by every day. Every day I go by. Of course, now with that bridge going on, I have to go around, which is fine. Hopefully it won't last long. And other than that, I relinquish my time. How do you say that, Charlie? I relinquish my time to the next person.
Yield.
Have a good yield, my son. Thank you very much.
Dan,
All right. Okay, so I have to once again give props.
Dan?
Can you? No? No one can hear me?
I can hear you.
I can.
Okay. All right. So I once again have to give constant inspiration comes to me from Councilman
I
Valerius.
can hear you. What?
She's
You're frozen, Mayor, I think.
Something's
Yes.
wrong.
Okay. All right. So again, Councilman Valerius has given me courage to have a public display of my poetry. I would have never done this if it wasn't for him. But I just jotted down another quick haiku. Technical problems, fuzzy mics, dropped videos in this together. And I think that is really important to keep in mind, especially, okay? So as Matt and I are getting ready to go back to school, this is kind of part of our life now. And I think that we were doing really good for a couple months, and we're thinking, man, I can hunker down and get through this. But I think that if anything, the recent events, this is our reality. And I know that we're all very hopeful for a vaccine, and we're very hopeful to make advances and breakthroughs. But I just think that one of the most important parts of getting through any sort of difficult time is accepting the reality that you have and making the best of it. It's good to be hopeful for the future, and it's good to hope for other things. But a key part of getting through any sort of challenging time is embracing this. And I will say I think that we've all had a little bit of a frustration at some point today. Everybody on this call, all right? We've all had our technical challenges, and that's going to keep happening. Okay,
Yes,
but
for sure.
I think that we just need to keep in mind that we all have the ability through technology to be here together and to get the work of our city done. If this would have happened 20 years ago, then we would not have had nearly the ability to continue our work. And although we get frustrated with technology, it's easy to lose sight of the fact of the power that it has to allow us to stay connected and to keep this government and this world going. One other thing that I want to say, again, I think that last night's Allen Park School Board meeting was probably one of the most highly viewed Allen Park School Board meetings ever. It probably broke all sorts of records. Our YouTube channel was going through the roof. And one really positive thing that came out of it, other than the online and virtual, something that I'm incredibly proud of, two Allen Park alumni, Michael Harris and Sarah Zalay, they have spearheaded an effort for the Allen Park Public Schools to address racial justice issues within the curriculum in our culture. And they're aided by one of my colleagues, Kristen Purefleece. These are two young people that are incredibly dedicated to making Allen Park a more equitable, just place to live. And I think that's something that, I know that I heard it in many of the campaign speeches that the people in this chat gave, that we want to make this city a place where everyone feels that they can call home. Everybody feels welcome, no matter what your color, your creed, your culture, your sexual orientation. You feel welcomed in this city, and I take a great deal of heart knowing that young people in this city are actively working to do that. And so a big shout out to them and all the work that they are doing, and all the people that have kind of joined in trying to make that happen, because again, we're in this together, whether it be the technical problems or solving our social justice issues that we have in the city and state and the country. We are in this together. And I think that has a tremendous amount of power. And with that,
And one more thing, thank you for helping me today. We have to see you on TV here.
anytime, Tony, anytime.
Maureen?
Good evening. I just want to remind our residents and taxpayers that taxes are due August the 15th, but are payable without penalties and interest through the 31st of August. And we again encourage everyone to use our Dropbox as a means for payment if they don't feel like coming in. And we'll probably be sending out notices sometime in September as a reminder for those people who forgot to pay their taxes. We do accept partial payments if that's helpful to anybody. And that's it. Have a good evening.
Maureen, could you start again? I think we all kind of got dropped.
I think it was just you, Mayor.
Yeah.
You want me to say it again?
Well,
Okay, I can say it again.
okay, because I don't know what you said.
Okay. Taxes are due August the 15th, but are payable through the 31st without penalties or interest. We're encouraging people to come in to City Hall or to use the Dropbox if they don't feel comfortable coming into City Hall. We accept partial payments. And probably sometime in September, we will be sending out notices to those people who have not paid their taxes as a reminder. And that's it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mike?
Looks like I'm free. Okay, I'd like to thank everybody who voted and everybody for tuning in today. God bless you and good night.
Thank you, Mike. I will make this brief. I want to, first of all, I want to thank all the council members for being flexible about our meetings, both council and others. I think, as has been said by many others, we're all in this together and we're all having to struggle and cope with some of the technology that sometimes is extremely beneficial and sometimes is just downright frustrating. I also like to comment on the number of residents I have noticed who don't seem to have a problem complying with executive orders. See a lot of people wearing masks, which is always good to see. And also the fact that they are utilizing the drop boxes and maintaining distances. We encourage that. Also encourage signing up for automatic payments. I'm glad that it was mentioned about the artwork on display. That kind of came about because initially going back, we had an arrangement with the Allen Park High School art department teacher to supply art for the display case at the Pocket Park. And then I got to thinking, we've got a lot of talented students in Allen Park, and including the Allen Park Community School, which again, I remind people those wings over at the community center are a result of that art department. So I reached out to all the department heads, and they reached out to their students. And even though school wasn't in session, we obtained a number of the drawings that you now see displayed. We held off putting them up until the congratulations were done to the graduating seniors. I am hoping that as the new school year starts, we get even more art and start rotating it through for displays. And I also am intending to hopefully get art from the middle school art department. And I've keep making notes to myself to reach out to some of the other schools in the area. Because I like to see that talent displayed. Talent doesn't start when you're 18 or 19 or 20. Talent just, and I like to encourage that. With that being said, all of you take care and stay safe. You have no idea how much you are appreciated. Thank you.
Let me through the
Yes.
chair.
Mayor,
Yes.
real quickly, Chief Egan. Yeah.
Thank you. Go ahead, Councilman Lloyd.
Chief Egan just put into the chat that Cop on the Block meeting tomorrow at Cabrini and Arno 6, and then at 7 p.m. And then he says to check out the Allen Park Police Facebook page for more information. So there you
Thanks,
go. We have
Dan.
to take out there, Mr. Kibbe.
Thank you, Councilman.
Mark, was that what you were going to talk about?
That was absolutely.
Okay, well, good, then we got it covered. All right, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion Lloyd.
Motion Lloyd,
Second.
second by,
Hey.
I saw Gary's hand. Second by
Okay.
Schlack. Roll call.
Thanks, Gary.
All right, I have a motion by Lloyd, supported by Councilman Schlack to adjourn the meeting. Councilman Levens,
Yes.
Pro Tem Ali,
Yes.
Councilman Lloyd,
Yes.
Mayor McLeod,
Yes.
Councilman Schlack,
Yes.
Yes.
Councilwoman Syke, and Councilman Valerius.
Yes.
Thanks, Gary.
Just have it. We are adjourned exactly at 7 p.m.
Wow,
Exactly.
symmetry. There you go. Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
You guys
Have a
do
good
good.
evening.
Two.